And we're from Bitch Please. Welcome back to another episode. This is episode number 10.
Episode 10.
We in this thing.
Yes. We're excited to be here.
Definitely.
We have our first guest on.
Yes.
We got Miss Nina.
Miss
in
Nina.
the house.
Welcome.
Yes. We're excited to have
you
you
for having me.
Of course.
So excited.
We love it. We love it. But yeah, she's going to be on. She's going to tell us a little bit about her story, what she does. Just kind of like we're going to sit and kiki it a little bit and just talk some shit like we usually do. But we just got a third bestie on.
Yeah.
Hey, besties.
Yes. Okay, so let's start off. Deidre, how your screws today, bitch?
Screws are a little out. Today wasn't bad. Work was cool. I went to work. Everything was cool. On my way to work, this is where y'all don't live on the edge when it comes to your gas.
Oh.
Do not do that.
Not the gas.
Don't
Not
do
with
it.
the gas.
Not with the gas.
I forgot that I needed to get gas.
Girl.
I forgot. And I'm driving to work, and I'm like, a bitch can't be late again.
Not today.
Because we was just talking about that shit, and I was like, a bitch cannot be late
Cannot
again.
be late
Oh
again.
my God.
So I'm just driving. I look down, and I realize I got 1 mile. I'm right by the job, but I got 1 mile left. And so I try to go to the gas
Your
station.
voice note though today.
I was so
God.
stressed.
I'm so sad about this though because
Stressed.
when it starts saying 34 miles, I'm like sweating. Like I'm gonna just go home.
Oh no, because I know
No,
my
Deidre
car.
lives on the edge all the time.
Oh, I do all the time, but this was the first time I lived on this type of edge.
You're a wild child.
This was the edge.
This is the very edge.
This was the limit. I started my car because after I got to the gas station that was closed, I went. Thankfully, it's across the street. This is across the street. No big deal. I get off work and I'm like, I hope I can make. I had a gas can in hand because homie gave me one.
Ready for
I did.
whatever.
I had one because we had one at work, so I took it and then I was like, I should be all right. So I took it. I went across the street, got some gas, and I was at 0 when I started my car.
I cannot.
But Carlos was like, "You'll be all right."
Of course he
Of course.
will.
He's like, you guys,
You're
he's like,
running on
there's some
fumes
reserve
at
in
this
there.
point.
Yeah, he's like, you'll be all right. You got some reserves. You'll make it across the street. And I'm like, all right. And
crazy.
thankfully, I made it across the street.
Yes.
So my screws are okay after that.
Won't he do it?
Yes.
Won't he do it? Won't he will?
Yes.
How are your screw shows? Yep.
Today was a little weird. I cried a lot today. I was pretty emotional today.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I've got hormones going on.
Yeah.
I think I'm just PMSing right now.
Yeah.
So you know how I usually do. I want to fuck, fight, and cry.
Yep.
That is
At
where
the
I'm
same
at.
time.
Yeah, all at the same time. All at the
I
same
love
time. Throwing a little tacos.
Yes, tacos.
That's about where it's at. That's
Yes.
about where it's at. I'm
Happy.
sorry, I know you're hungry, bitch.
Yes, I am.
But that's about where it's at. So I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm doing my thing. What
Yeah.
about you, Nina? Where you
How are your
at, girl?
shoes, Nina?
Where you at?
Yeah, I'm here. Cause bitch, please.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I'm feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel excited. I'm definitely PMSing, and I too been a little emotional, and I'm such a little gangster that
Aw.
I be just like, stop it right now, tighten up.
Yeah.
You're a thug. But I'm on my period, so
Yeah.
bitch, please,
Yeah.
just give me my pizza
Yes.
Yeah.
and leave me alone.
Yes.
2 more days.
Two
and
more
then
days?
Ask me again.
I'm gonna be texting you in 2 days. Be like,
Yeah,
where you at?
please.
Where you at? Where you
Right.
at?
You feel it?
I'm gonna feel alive again.
Yes.
Yeah, because we all lose it during that
Girl.
time.
Oh my
all of
God.
us.
I feel like all women at this time is just when we start wilding out.
Yeah, because we're not, stuff is not happening right chemically within us.
It's
so.
literally throwing me for a fucking loop. I'm missing people that I don't care to miss.
Oh my God.
That's annoying. That's
Yeah.
annoying. That's annoying. Because I'm like, I know I'm PMSing when this motherfucker hops up in my head. You know who I'm talking about.
I do know who you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm talking about.
Sad
The
day.
moment he
Talking about.
hops up in my head, got crazy ex of
But
mine. The
my
moment he hops
cycle
up,
must be about to start.
I'm
Like,
I
yeah,
must
bitch.
be about to start my period
Yep.
if I'm missing this man.
Set a
Yeah.
reminder, like,
All right.
bitch, tighten up.
Yeah, yeah, for
Tighten
sure,
up.
for
Each
sure.
month.
Girl.
Because I do it too.
It's
and I got to line up.
I know that's right.
okay.
I'm going down the list like,
Okay,
Okay.
come on, squad.
Facts.
may the best man win.
Man, the best man win.
Out here in these streets.
Absolutely.
Out here fist fighting.
Look,
But yeah, no, I mean, I get it, girl. We all PMS like that
Yes.
shit sometimes. That
Hell
shit
yeah.
wild.
Tough.
It'd be
it
tough.
do. It really do be tough. But Nina, tell us a little about yourself. I know you and Shelbs know each other,
Yes.
but I don't know you, so I want to know. Let me know about you, girl.
Hey, y'all. So, finally, nice to meet you.
You as
I also
well.
hear so much about you, and I just be looking at y'all snaps like, my girl
Yes.
is vibing, and y'all are doing the thing, and I
Thank
just
you.
love your energy for her.
Yeah.
Thank
Glowing.
you.
Thank you.
This is radiant, and
Yes.
I love I'm doing good. We worked together previously, and since then, I've been like retired from the field now for like 4 years.
Okay.
You know, one day decided to follow my passion, and I did that. And I've been content ever since.
Okay.
Happy, flourishing.
Yes.
I travel. I have a daughter. She's 15.
Okay.
Like, it's good.
Yes. I still cannot get over the fact that she's 15.
I can just
Beautiful. Her
gag.
daughter's beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
She is.
Yes.
And yeah, it blows my mind every day.
Yeah.
I be looking at her like, girl, you came out of my vagina. What? I did that.
I did that.
Yes,
I know that's
you
right.
did.
You
I know
sound like my
that's
mama.
right.
Every
did
time I
that.
post something, my mama be like, I did that. I'd be like, yes, girl, you did.
And I know she proud.
She is.
I'm gonna be there one day, you know, sitting back as my old lady and watching her thrive and flourish like me and you did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you too, like going through the paths,
Yeah.
you know, gracefully. And I'll give her that
Yeah.
permission to do that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love that.
Me too.
That's
Because
important.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure I give it to her, you know.
Yeah.
You only get one experience, and I want it to
Yeah.
be her own.
Exactly.
That's-
Yeah.
I
No,
love
that's
that.
beautiful.
I love that. That's very beautiful.
That's great because a lot of people don't get that opportunity.
They don't. And I'm like, wish I was my mom.
Girl. Facts.
I would talk to my mom about everything. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like the young girl in me is
Yeah.
like, you know, how we
Yeah.
would be so jealous of somebody who can easily go sit down and have a conversation about weird or awkward things
Yeah.
or uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
wanting to try drugs even, and, you know, like every child is going to
Yeah.
like make bad decisions. But
Yeah, of course.
she is so honest, and like I aspire to be like her because
I love that.
she was like, Mom, I tried an edible with my cousins and I blah, blah, you know, like she couldn't lie to me if she wanted to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I expect that because she's the only child, and in Florida, we don't have family.
Okay.
So when we
Okay.
go home, you around like 12 cousins. Of course, you about to eat a piece
Yeah,
of this
yeah,
gummy
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
girl, that's what I expect you to do. Live your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I did it, except my mom was going to beat me.
Right?
She was going to whip that ass.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Instead of
definitely be like
allowing experiences and or conversation about them, so we could choose which
Yeah.
path if you want to try
Absolutely.
it.
I love that.
And she honestly don't even care for it, but she know
Yeah.
that the experience is the ultimate way that you can decide, and you're
Yeah.
free to make that choice as long
Yeah.
as you're safe and you got
Yeah.
mommy right here. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
I
that.
love that.
my little two on the side.
I know that's right.
Yes.
I know that's
Okay.
right.
That's adorable.
Thank you.
Wait.
Jeez.
Before you get to the passion,
What
did
about
you
it?
do before? Because that
Yes.
needs to be spoken on. What did you do before?
Yes. So we worked together.
Yes, we did.
But you go ahead. You tell them what we do.
Vet tech.
Okay.
So we worked in an animal hospital and assisted the doctor with surgeries
Yes.
and, you know, daily visits, tons of work.
Yes. That place
That
was wild.
was very much so underpaid.
100%.
Oh my
All jobs are
God.
like
And
that.
like it took such an emotional toll because it was something that I was very passionate about since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is always what I wanted to do. And then I got into the life of that being my career. And I actually was blessed to do that. One of the doctors actually really took me under and taught me so much stuff that I didn't even have to further my education for.
Love
So
that.
I was very
Yeah.
blessed.
That's dope.
And I
Yeah.
never, ever took that for granted.
Yeah.
You know, while still having lasting relationships with all of the doctors that I worked with, I still go volunteer at, girl, I just walk in and be like, what y'all doing? I'm gonna knock it out, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
take my daughter with me. Even back then at that hospital, she would get off the bus and come there. I was a single mom. Some of the techs, David, and they would help her with her homework and stuff like that
Oh,
while
that's
I'm
beautiful.
working.
Oh, that's so
It was
That
a
is
beautiful
sweet.
experience with no family here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you build your own.
yeah.
like, little
And it made
family.
me sad to leave the career because you do develop such beautiful relationships like this one.
I know. I mean, that was like what, like
Oh,
8 years ago?
Yes.
It was like at least 8 years ago we have worked together.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
it was a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I got to watch her do her whole glow up and go through her whole thing, and then a whole other glow up, and it was just like it's been wild to see her grow.
It's been a while, right?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now am I allowed to ask?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, please.
All right,
just,
so now, what
yeah.
is this passion that you followed after being a vet tech? Where did that lead you?
Okay, so it's a little bit of a story.
Go tell it, girl.
Tell it, girl. I'm going to sit back.
Because I honestly didn't know where I was headed. I finally grew. I think it helped a lot being in that field and how you do develop relationships and you find different confidence levels. And
yeah, absolutely.
You learn different things about yourself because, like, I didn't know that me being myself was gonna end up paying all of my bills, like, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody where I worked just let me resonate in my own glory, and I'm at work going live, and, you know, people like, oh my God, like, let me see your feet. And I'm like, okay. You want to see my toes? It was definitely after, like, because I love my feet. Like, I'm passionate about them. So I used to post pictures of, like, my pedicure, and I used to hula hoop. Super hippie chick.
Oh, I remember the hula hooping.
Like, and still,
yeah,
I got lined up in my living room. Like, it's just part of who I am.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing online freely in a much more confident space to do that without feeling you know, obligated to look like something to everybody else.
Right.
So I found beauty in that. And then there were just random commenters like, man, I'd love to be under those feet. I'm like, what does this mean? What is what? What do you mean, sir? And then some like guy randomly messaged me and was like, I'd love to shoot your feet. Like, let's do a shoot. And I was like, my feet? Like, this is weird. But I was going through the separation with my husband, my daughter's dad, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Like, did the shoot. Baby, let me tell you, 2 days later, I had 1,000 pending requests. Like, people wanted to see. And I'm like, I wanted him to rub my feet. Like, I remember having to touch him with my feet while I'm sleeping, or just period.
Yeah.
I'm even like that with my best friend. He like my husband.
Yeah.
We've been friends since kindergarten, but every time we sleep together, I gotta touch him with my feet. He'd be like, bitch, don't you touch me with your stinking ass feet. And I'd be like, but I'm gonna
do it.
And you're gonna allow it. So shut up and let it happen. Dude.
Right.
Like, chill. You know? So I didn't know that there was a such thing as a foot fetish.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. And I'm like, look at these pretty ass feet. I'm
that's
about
right.
to
She really got some pretty ass feet though.
I know
crazy.
that's right.
Like, so I would, and I would start, and it's so funny because I did this comfortably as something that I was just doing because I loved it. I wasn't initially doing it for the bag, and it just kept coming.
Yeah.
People at work, I would take my shoes off because the boys love when I had work feet. I hashtagged it work feet.
I cannot.
That is so funny.
And I'm in my scrubs and shit. I'll go up to reception bullshitting around.
Yeah.
Spoiled. Sorry, y'all, who I used to chill on. Thank y'all for holding down, you know, the fort while I was doing my thizzle.
Yeah.
Because look at me now.
Right.
But my boss would even just laugh and keep going. Like, you know, it was something that I feel like I would have never found somewhere else. So I was blessed.
Yeah.
Because it did ultimately change my life. And, you know, I stayed on the path of posting, and I had a wish list. I had gifts pouring in, people who wanted to buy me toe rings and outfits. And
yes.
I still, for years straight, this was going on. I still have shit in my closet that I haven't even opened yet.
Really?
Heels that I haven't worn. Like, I'm a hippie, baby. I be bare feet. Look, I already took my shoes off.
So, I'm not to cut you off in your story, but I remember specifically working with Nina. And I remember I remember the packages coming in, and I'd be like, "What package is this?" And I'm like, "This is Nina's package." I was like, "This Nina package," and we would get like 20 or 30 packages for her, all the time. And I'm like, "Girl," this is when I realized I was like, "Girl, what do you like? What is all?
What are you doing?"
And that's when she told me. She was like, "Oh, these are. I have a wish list, and I have people who buy me stuff." I said, "You fucking lying."
And the address is anonymous. Like, don't get it twisted. It's always everything on lock. You definitely got to be careful.
Okay,
like, this was definitely
ask.
scary in the beginning. But when I found out about the wish list, they don't see the address.
Okay.
All they could do is purchase from your list.
Yeah.
Just like a baby registry.
Yeah.
So it delivers it to an address that they don't see.
Okay.
Like, it never populates for them. So
Yeah.
that's why I felt comfortable. And of course, I asked my manager and everything. So I was like, please, because I'm here all the time anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and everybody be like, what'd you get today? What we get?
Oh yeah.
What we get?
What we
It
get?
was like a whole unwrapping.
It was
all
amazing.
the time.
That
All
is
the
so
time.
funny.
I loved it.
That's dope.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
That's really dope.
The boys need to get back to gifting me hardcore.
I know that's
Okay,
right.
boys, let's
Where
go.
y'all at?
Tighten
Where
up.
y'all
On
at?
that
Tighten up.
Get back to it.
Get on that shit. She's spoken out. The goddess has spoken.
Goddess has spoken.
Yes.
So for the last 6 years, I've been into pro dominatrix, and like,
Love that.
I'm pro now versus just being a dom.
Yeah.
So that's huge because the advance is crazy. It's physical. It's mental. It's so many things.
Yeah.
And that was just part of like me evolving from who was the stay-at-home wife and mom to like La Niña Reina.
Yes.
For people that don't like know, can you explain what that is?
Yes.
A pro dominatrix. So, it's the basic energy of a dominant alpha woman. Some men like female-led relationships. Some men just like to be dominated. There's so many different levels and aspects to it that the knowledge that I gained and learned over the years is how I got to the level that I am now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like school damn near. If you really want to be invested
Yeah.
and passionate about what it is to the people on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful art to me.
Absolutely.
It's so much more than like people would reference to 50 Shades of Grey or something like that.
Girl.
Right. That was probably the poorest example of what it actually is.
Yeah, 100%.
Just depending on the receiver. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the role, because I could be a brat dom. There's financial domination. There's humiliation. There's I got littles. One of my boys likes to call me mommy. I've given him assigned him a pacifier. So he clean up the house. He's sucking his nookie, being bad so he could get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Because that's his kink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then it's the knowing and the respect for each individual fetish and, what I bring to the table for them, because it's an experience ultimately. And they pay good money for it. So.
Yeah. No,
That's
100%.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of work.
So how did you go from doing the foot modeling to being a dom, then pro dominatrix? So you know what I mean? How did that transition?
It was actually very natural, which is why I also pride myself for where I am in my career, because I didn't even think it was anything but me displaying, like my feed and like, getting paid for it. We hear about this all the time.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But it was so much more than that, because I did present myself to the world, my own essence, which is alpha all day.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of men can't take me, because they don't know themselves.
Yes.
Enough to understand why a strong, assertive, or powerful woman shake your ground a little bit, a lot of interacting like with the people who became fans of me.
Yeah.
And they like, damn, I like you, like your energy. Like, and naturally calling me goddess or mistress, or I wish you would dominate me. And I'm just like, but that wasn't even my intention.
Right.
Yeah.
To set off that tone.
Yeah.
But naturally, I'm just full of this energy.
What you exude.
So it was so natural. And that's a blessing, because now I'm in a position where girls are offering I'm offering mentorship to girls who want to learn
Say less.
to do what I
Say
do.
less, bitch.
Yeah.
bitch.
What is your
Hit my
website?
line.
Okay. I was gonna say
Okay.
we
DM me.
need to look at other options for ourselves.
Email.
So
Yeah, no, honestly. And then I've met so many other doms and developed relationships when I'm talking about all over the world, y'all.
Yeah.
that's
This
amazing.
shit is
That's amazing.
international. Like, blows my mind still.
Yeah.
FetCon, the fetish convention.
Yeah.
I'm a feature model 3 times in a row.
Okay.
Last year we had a booth, me and my
All
sis.
right.
Doms of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I have my promo and her promo, and like we're here, and people were like coming from all over the world to see us, and they're like, "Oh my God, I follow you."
Yeah.
Like, Niña Reina, like I can't believe I'm meeting you, and I'm just like, I can't believe I'm meeting you. Hi. You follow me just doing my own thing. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if which I said this year, and I have, I'm going to dabble a little more into the content lane, because I'm a lifestyle dominatrix. I'm not so invested in the social media or the content creation, because it's part of who I am. It's my lifestyle.
Right.
And my experiences with my personal subs or people who book me is private.
Yeah.
However, I do get, goddess, I'd love to do content with you, and then we could sign a consent form and exchange IDs and information. And then I'll, but I'm going to get a little more invested in that, because there's so much money in content creation.
There is.
Oh,
now.
There's
so
a ton.
much money in content
And bigger
creation.
than that, there's so many guys and gals, because I love my subby girls too, that are afraid to show up for themselves and live their truth the way that I do. Because when I go to my mama's house, I'll be like, girl, let me see them feet. And she be like, bitch, you ain't selling these toes. I swear, like, my dad knows what I do.
Yeah.
And it's not a secret. I'm proud of it. And
As you should be.
And it is
As you
considered
should
sex
be.
work, which I'm also fine with.
Yeah, as you
Do
should
what you
be.
choose to do. Call it what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't call me broke.
I know that's right. I know that's
now.
right.
Drop that shit in so quick.
That's right.
Yes.
Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke.
Yeah.
Love that.
Love that for you.
I love it too. I do. And then, like, some days I don't have the energy as any human.
Yeah.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
my job is 24 hours for
Yeah.
real. I mean, I could be making money daily in my sleep, like, or on the clock like I used to, and I'm just like, I made one day it was like a fucking green light, and I'm like, I'm here when I could be at home cleaning or doing something on my own before my daughter get out of school.
Yeah.
And I'm making a measly ass $12 an hour.
Girl.
I'm doing fucking science work. I'm reading fecals, finding parasites and treating them with medication.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also risking my health
Yeah.
100%.
and my daughter's health.
100%.
Not for this fucking change. And one day, I was like in there doing a CBC, running a full blood panel. I can run human blood. $12? Y'all should be ashamed.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yes.
nobody can survive off that.
I remember that.
Not even full
Girl,
time.
I remember that.
And then
Painful.
I ran up $500. I clocked into work late.
This
It's
bitch
a
was always
thing.
late. This bitch was always late.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, and then that's how I be feeling when I walk into work and I got my bitch face on. Like, nobody better not fucking ask me why.
I know that's right.
This is why I
You
work
lucky
for
I
myself
showed up.
now. Because
Exactly.
when I grew up, I realized that's actually kind of rude and disrespectful to somebody who hired me with an obligation to them.
Yeah.
So let me just quit, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to continue to step on nobody's toes, but I also don't want to be unhappy.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in the lab running blood work for the measly $12 an hour, and I made $500. And I was like, my check won't even be $500.
Yeah.
Why am I here? If I go home right now and I sit in front of this fucking screen, I'm probably gonna make 2 checks.
Yeah. No,
Girl,
100%.
I put my 2 weeks notice in, y'all.
I know that's right.
I was like,
I can't do this.
it's actually degrading at this point because I'm like, I hate being here.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
Girl.
You better work.
You are literally preaching to 2 people who feel that exact same
And
way
it
about
sucks.
their
Like
job.
I had a real last conversation with my cousin the other day, and she was like, "It sound like, you know, speaking about a general story, it sound like you kind of being a brat because I wish I could do this and that." And I'm like, I feel you.
Yeah.
And a reality check is always great. And everybody's reality is something different.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
That's
So
That is
I'm
very
always
true.
grateful. Like I stop all the time to check myself and make sure that I'm full of gratitude before all things.
Okay.
Love that.
I won't go on a trip. Like if I feel like I didn't even work hard enough. My sister about to go to Bahamas next month. It's easy. I'll be on a flight every 3 days. You knew it.
Yeah.
4 years straight. In the sky every week.
Yeah. She
Like,
was
right
she was
now,
everywhere.
I'm chilling. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna like focus on some more administrative work because I want this retirement to be forever.
Absolutely.
And women are forever powerful.
Yes.
So
Yes, we are.
when his hair turn gray,
Yes, we are.
somebody gonna be stimulated by the fact that this grown ass lady telling me what to do.
No, you're right.
Finally,
Everybody
because
got
I
their
look so
thing.
young.
We were just
You
I
do.
can't wait.
Such a
Yeah,
baby
you
face.
do.
I can't wait.
Such a baby
I
face.
can't wait to be mature.
Such a baby face.
We talk about that a lot because we're so excited to get like older, and
And
you know a
feel
lot of
it.
people, but a lot of
Yes.
people get so like, oh, I'm getting older, and da da
Girl,
da da.
no.
And we're
And
like,
the
can't
30s
wait.
been the best time of my life.
Hell
They've been
yeah.
lit. They have definitely been lit.
They've
I
been
love,
good.
Little wow.
I love it here.
Yes.
I do.
I'm
Little
loving
wow.
the 30s.
I can
Loving
only
the
imagine
30s.
how 40 is gonna be, baby.
Yo, 40's
My
gonna
daughter
be
gonna
wild.
be
I'm
20.
ready.
40's gonna be wild.
That's right.
When I turn 40, my daughter gonna be 20. I said, I'm gonna be out with my girl with me.
I know that's right.
We outside, sis.
Yes.
That's
know
only
that's
6
right.
years from now.
Yes, that's
I know
like you and
that's
your
right.
mama.
Mama's
I
still
know that
young.
is.
That
If we
is
was in
like
the same-
so
if we was in
Deidre
the
and her
same
mama look
state,
exactly
we would
the
be.
same.
Yeah, we are.
Exactly the same.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's
love it.
my dog.
That's like the best thing ever you can have is a genuine relationship with your mom.
Yeah. I don't know what that's like,
beautiful
but
thing.
that's
Oh,
that's okay. Another episode.
Next time
Next time.
on Bitch Please.
right. Dun dun dun.
Damn. Well, I'm so proud of you though.
Yeah,
like, cause your
that's
glow up
amazing.
is huge.
It is huge, and I don't give myself enough credit.
I don't think
The
any
other
of us
day
give it
I did that
honestly.
for myself, and I was like, girl, like I even literally, because so I'm so real, and I'm very spiritual and sensitive and pathetic. Like I'm a mess if I'm undone energetic wise. Like
Yeah.
I'm good to no one.
Yeah.
I could sleep for days. And I'm a Pisces, baby. I love me some sleep.
Girl.
I will sleep through it all. But just being able to be in a mental place where I'm very present and I know what I'm experiencing, I know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And, treating it like what it is.
Yeah.
With grace.
Yeah.
Like, if it take 3 days to feel better, then it take 3 days. Your
Yeah.
body said rest,
Yeah.
And I take that very seriously because it has everything to do with your mental state. And,
Yeah.
how you can be productive and conduct yourself daily.
That is
So
very, very true.
please
Yeah,
pay
that's
attention,
very
ladies.
true.
Yeah, that's very
To
true.
your body and to your mind. It ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It
really
will
doesn't.
find a way to sit you the fuck down if you
Facts.
don't listen
And
to
you
it.
rather it be because how I did end up in the hospital
Yeah.
on a heart monitor, and they like, girl, your heart is like skipping a beat. What the fuck, you know? And I very much so feel like it was related to, with the confirmation from the doctors, going through a very hard relationship with the broken person and trying to fix something that I didn't break.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And broke my own heart, y'all.
Yes.
Bitch, please.
Yes.
Literally.
Bitch, please.
Never again.
No.
But I had to learn that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it was with somebody that I love. Because if it was anybody else, I probably would have been even more unsafe than I was with her, you know? So,
That's true.
I learned some very valuable lessons along the way. And they even helped me evolve when it comes to my work and what I do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I love that.
yeah, it's a lesson in everything.
Yeah. I think Deidre and I, we've talked about that before, is like a lot of women have to go through that. Like they have to go through the shitty relationship, the one that really fucks you up for you to learn. Like it just, a lot of us go through that. And it's not just women, but men too. But I just feel like I hear those stories from women all the time. Yeah. You know, of like, I went through this. I've had I was in a relationship with a narcissist. You know what I mean? I was in a relationship with somebody who's abusive. You know, DV. It's just shit like that. It's just like so many people go through this, and it's like it's just wild to hear.
Yeah, and I definitely felt like that was gonna be a powerful thing to be able to touch on, especially
for sure.
Where I'm empowering women to be strong and confident in their self and in their truth. If you're a strong woman, you're a strong woman. Just like I ended up in a position where this person wasn't as strong as I thought they were. And because of that, I was a trigger. Not just because they wanted me to be, but because this motherfucker is bipolar and narcissistic and mommy issues and everything in between.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Broken.
Yes.
Very much so. Yeah. But I love her with my whole heart. And I'm just like, let me take care of you. Let me like take all of that away. And I was fighting demons that were bigger than me.
Yeah.
Like, and found myself in a very, very painful and uncomfortable position, you know, that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Because, bitch.
Yeah.
The fuck? Please. Got a real nigga like that. I'm like, I'm these niggas for a living and this bitch wanna fight me? I love you.
Right. How you gonna do me like this? Yeah.
Girl, what's up?
Girl's wild.
What?
That's wild.
That is wild.
Never in my life, you know. So it definitely was a powerful tool. And throughout the whole thing, I'm like so silent. Yeah. And I'm like, why am I so quiet? Like, spirit know what the fuck going on. Yeah. Preparing me for something that I had no idea. Yeah. You know, and I'm just so glad that I be listening. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, the power of paying attention. Yeah. Because I'm like, if this was anybody else, we would have been thumping the first time you said something that I didn't like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm growing. I'm learning by these behaviors. I'm learning things that triggered her. And like, I will watch this person turn into a whole nother fucking person right before my eyes. It was, and then I was a psychology major too. Yeah. So I'm like,
this is what this is.
Wow.
You know, I'm watching this happen and I'm like, imagine if it was a doctor in the room who studied brain waves or triggers or just habits or the way this person physically reacts to something. Yeah. Without saying a word, like, oh, baby, I was so invested. Yeah. And, like, my mind, so big now.
Love that.
So, thanks. And I still love you, crazy lady.
Oh, love that. I love
that. Because I lost nothing. Yeah. And I gained everything. You know, I lost.
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
I did lose, you know, what we had. And she could call me every day begging and it'll never come back because what was meant for me to receive from that was received and some.
I love that.
Yeah. So
that is beautiful. Yeah. That is because beautiful. You know, a lot of times people just take the bullshit that they go through and they just carry it and keep carrying it, keep carrying it.
I only bully her. Like, she'd be like, "You're so mean and bitter," and I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not bitter, bitch, please, right?
Yeah.
I'm not bitter.
Right.
I'm bitter to you.
Yes.
I'm giving you the energy in return that I received,
right?
And you fucking hate it here.
Yeah,
that's crazy,
right? You don't like me,
so this is the lesson for you. That's what you get, out of this. Everybody else get the elevated version of me. You don't deserve her. So I'm gonna leave you back in Bitterland, bitch.
Okay,
And when I want to be petty, or I want some of that. I can say that it is unmatched. And yeah, that's toxic of me to say, but
I mean, hey, you know, listen, we are
no judgments here.
I want it.
No judgment here.
No judgment.
We are all a little toxic
in our own special ways.
I was so mad at her. Like, now I gotta hate you.
Oh, man.
Damn,
that's the fucking worst, because I literally just went through that with my previous situationship, because I'm like, the sex was fire. The sex was fire. And you know it's toxic when the sex just really be hitting, right? You know it's toxic when the sex just really be hitting, right?
Not even like on just that. It's like the shit lasted for hours and hours. And I was like, this is crazy. And mind you, like, I spent I was 13 to 27 with my husband.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I haven't really had experiences like most women.
Yeah.
And so, like, some hours though.
Girl, I understand.
That'll get you stuck for a little bit.
I understand. That got
but
me
not
stuck.
Stupid though.
Look.
No, it got me stuck and stupid, bitch. I was stuck and stupid.
I was for a little minute.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't even know.
We've all been there
with the stuck.
Been
and
in whole
stupid.
relationships longer than they should have been. Like for no reason, just because the dick was fire.
Just because the dick was fire.
Like,
or
no.
Even bigger than that, just being comfortable.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
Because I chose that with like my guy who was my a best friend.
Yeah.
My security guard, you know, fucking on him for years because I'd rather have a comfortable hell than go outside and meet a whole bunch of dudes who ain't gonna last long and they think they about to lay on top of me.
Yeah.
No, baby.
Yeah. No. She said no.
And anyways, they breath stink.
Girl.
And I don't like
these
that.
men out here with these stinky ass breath, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I don't be finding that with women. You know? I don't be finding that with women. But some
Really?
I feel like we're very conscious of that. Well,
I think so too. But I don't know. There's always that saying of like the old man breath. You know, it's wild that you talk about that with work and stuff like that, because I mean that's something that I've been feeling lately a lot. It's
Same.
like with the amount of work that we're doing, because Deidre and I are both forensic autopsy technicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to.
Yeah, girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We do autopsies.
And I feel like such a bad friend because I didn't know that. But it is so. You know,
I don't talk about it like that. So
well, I mean, like you can do that. Like the way your spirit's set up, like you're so strong, and like that's something that I feel like you could do, like a soldier. Like me, I be the same at work. I'm sad. I gotta take a break.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times where you gotta take a minute because there'll just be shit that's just too wild.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know, I feel like we're pretty good on it. Thanks, girl.
Like that's huge.
Thank you. We don't make good money.
Well,
yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I just honestly, like, just to be realistic, and this is another thing that keeps me in a place of gratitude with what I do, because I do work for myself, and ultimately, whatever money I make is up to me. Rather, I choose to work hard or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's hard work or easy work, it's still work.
Yeah.
And we live in America, and I just feel like nobody's gonna pay us what we're worth. And we
absolutely.
No.
It's sad to say this, but we got to get over it, because we could cause hell and understand like the mental stress that's gonna put on you to worry about something that's out of our control.
Yeah.
So now we just gotta find
other
additives. Shit, there's 1,000 ways to make money.
It really
and
is.
another thing that we could talk about, and I could even bring one of, well, he's like my right hand assistant under everything, constructing my website, recreating my my plans. My right hand man, he booked all my flights, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do have some business opportunities that I can just put you guys in place with. even bring him on the show
Yeah,
to
that'd be dope.
discuss this with other people because there's so much money out here.
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
And we just need the plugs.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
shit that y'all both could be amazing at. That me, not so much. You
Yeah.
know, but so if I can't do something with it, why not put it in the air where somebody could?
Yeah, 100%.
No,
100%.
that's the truth.
So
That's definitely the truth.
I love that.
I want everybody to win.
Look,
That's me
love
too.
that.
I'm out here. I'm always like that.
Just-
I
just-
just want everybody to win and have and do good.
And when you want to
Exactly.
take a break, you could take a break and you don't feel overwhelmed
Yeah.
for doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
To take care
You
of
got
you.
a cushion, you know,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, girl. Because
No, that's
right now with the
facts.
9 to 5, or it's
it's not
If you
much you
call-
can do when
there's
you
not.
get home. Like
When you- there's not-
Yeah,
well,
but
not just
also,
that.
When you
Oh, go
call
ahead.
out, you feel weird. Like you feel like you're
You feel bad.
You feel
feel
bad.
like
you let
like-
people down. But it's also like sometimes you just need a day.
Yeah.
And another thing that made me comfortable with choosing my lane was that each hospital that I worked at, this is somebody else's dream.
Yeah.
This somebody else was like, I'm going to open Dr. Mo.
Yes.
Opening 3 because his dad was a star vet.
Yeah.
So he was fortunate enough to have things passed down to him. Then he bought another one because we making so much fucking money at this one. He got 3 hospitals
I know.
over 3 years. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Expansion. You know what I mean? But that was his dream. So they didn't want me to leave. And even after I left, he asked me to come back 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But I don't want to follow your dream because
Right.
clearly you don't love me the way you say you do.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to pay me $12.
Right. At the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Bye.
Yeah.
Love you though.
Yeah.
At the end of
Making
the
all
day.
this money, but you only want to pay
Yeah,
$12.
because now I'm
Exactly.
stacking money like I work alongside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Look,
I love that.
Love that for
Yes.
you, girl. Love that so much.
Yeah.
Love that female energy.
It feels really good in here.
It does,
just
right?
feels
Like,
really
let's
I
just pause
do.
and take a second because it does. Like, the aura in here feels
It
really
feels-
good. The
it
vibe
feels
feels
nice.
really good. It feels very strong.
It does, and I feel like I want to go take on the world right now.
You should,
After I eat,
and
though,
you can.
I need some food. But after I eat,
A
I'm
little motivation.
Yeah,
A
but
little
after that,
pick-me-up.
I'll be ready to take on the world.
A little pick me
And
up.
so I do hear that like I radiate high and heavy, and I think that's why I be so tired.
Girl.
Because like I be wanting everybody to just take. Like if I was a vampire, like suck it,
Yeah,
suck me dry. I'll grow more in the morning.
right,
Leave me half dead. I'm fine.
right.
You know, but
Yeah.
it's important to me that I do that because. Like when I wasn't feeling good, I still would have tried to make it for you guys, you know.
Yeah,
but
girl.
then I
girl,
wouldn't have been in here
The
radiating
listen,
high like this.
We
you know?
had so many conversations about that because I was like, she was telling me about it. And I was like, girl, even if she's able to come, I don't feel right having her come and try to
Yeah.
record.
I
We
feel like the energy
appreciated
just
it.
wouldn't have been what it deserved to be, and
Not
that's what I
just
told her
that,
too. Like,
yeah.
But you needed to take time for you.
You
girl. I
needed
was about to
to
have you
take
come
time
in
for
here
you.
and do that.
and see, hard headed. I never rest.
I texted you. I was like, girl, take a breather.
Yeah, we
allow
was not
yourself,
about to be
sis.
able to have you
do
come
not
through.
have to come out.
He was like, we can
Thank
do
y'all.
Zoom. I was like, girl, sleep. Get some sleep.
Night.
Go to bed.
Yes, thank y'all for that because I did.
Yeah, good.
Good.
And
You
then
needed to.
you know I rested for some days. Period came right after, so I was
Oh,
forced
bitch.
into bed.
Bitch.
So it was good. I feel good. Like
That's good.
I feel good.
That's
I'm glad
good.
you feel good.
I am too.
Yeah.
Definitely
you.
glad
We were
to hear
definitely
that.
worried about you.
Yes,
We were.
It was scary.
were.
It was.
Girl, I was just like, when you called me, I was like, hey, girl. And you were like, hey, how are you? Gave me a whole glow up for like 15 minutes. She was like, I love you. You're doing so good. I have a little bit of a situation. I was like, this bitch.
Right. Leave with that.
Girl, like, goddamn.
Right.
Definitely worried about you, though.
Yeah,
Definitely
thank y'all for
worried.
that because I forget that I'm so loved, and
Yeah.
that was part of. I think that was part of my independent woman struggle.
Yeah.
Just forgetting you could ask for help if you need it. I prefer not to need it, but to know that people care.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like women supporting women is where it's at for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Because,
It's not enough of it.
no, there's
No.
not. There's
Yeah.
not. There's not.
So it's important to me and you guys' support. And that's why I brought you a little rosy rose.
Thank you, girl. We
I love
really
y'all,
appreciate
and I
that.
appreciate you for having me.
Happy Valentine's Day, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
To everybody,
I keep forgetting.
I know this is gonna be out on the 20th, but we are recording on Valentine's Day.
We are.
Yes.
Happy
Valentine's Day, world.
Yes. So I have a quick question because I kind of want to just go back to, you were saying that you have a couple of different people that you interact with. How do you keep the different like types and situations separate and just remember them? Because I know you said you have some subs that like this and you have some, like, how do you remember all of that?
So when you ask, are you meaning like in personal relationships or in my workspace?
In your workspace.
Okay, so in my workspace.
But then also that question.
Okay.
But like,
right,
we'll
because
get there.
honestly, that one, like both of them is simple because I am a more lifestyle. So I do have people like in every state that I travel to, there's somebody who see me every time. You know? So sometimes they'll sponsor me to come there and I end up booking more work. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I at least see each of these people once a year, if not twice.
Okay.
So, you develop relationships on their own individually. I don't think it's that hard because I guess I'm actually invested versus it just being about the money.
Yeah.
Because if it was
good.
about the money, I would have to write it down. Like, I got to remember this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
when I actually care because I know that part of your trust with me is the contentment of knowing you're safe. And, I already know you. So you don't have to explain it to another girl every time.
Yeah.
Some dudes like to session, and some of these do too with other doms, but they always come home. You know, if you will. Mm-hmm. With personal relationships, I love my girls. Shout out to my kittens. Aww. My little baby in New York. I love her to death. Like, I have my ladies who mean my own personal world to me, which is why the last relationship would never work, because I would never not have a connection with them or a relationship with them because somebody think that it's not for them. Then you're not for me.
Right.
You know, so like this one.
Look at that.
This is one of my models that was done by one of my great fans, and he did a lot of woodwork for me.
Look at that.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's
that
one of my favorite pieces amongst the many, but it's like a heavy hitter. And that's my kitten, one of them. And then I have another. So there's two kittens. And, it's a sisterhood. Like, I remember one year we all traveled to New York for one of my friend's birthday. And I had, I think, 4 of my girls in one space. And it was like, who's sleeping with daddy? Because they call me daddy.
I love that.
And a lot of people do, even men.
Yeah.
Especially my gays. I love them to death. They just love me. And I'm so cute and baby looking, but I just radiate and like daddy energy for real.
Yeah.
And it's natural and I respect it.
Yeah.
So, they pushed 2 beds together and everybody slept with me.
Oh,
like, I was like, I just love it. It's beautiful because it's just love.
Yeah.
Like, and like I tell my daughter, everything is, all is. Everything really just is what it is. Mm-hmm. And we don't belong. We're not obligated to no single one person.
No, 100%.
If any one of these ladies that I love with my whole heart felt the way about something, we would discuss it, you know, but if it's really an issue, I don't mind being friends. Like, we don't have to, and some of them I don't even have sex with. Like, it's not always sexual.
Yeah.
It's so much deeper than that. Like, some of the most intimate spiritual connections that I've ever had in my life with one of my kittens, like something that is out of this world. Yeah. Like, grown with her through phases in her life, her having kids, like, just beautiful things. Yeah. And they're still very much so a part of my life. And I just love it.
I love that. I love the growing connections that you get to have with that too. Because a lot of the times, like, I feel like what, movies and like books always represent is that it's just this, it doesn't have formed this connection. It's very much like dom sub. You know what I mean? There's not this deeper level of connection when that's not
which
true. You know,
there are.
Yes.
However, if it's an intimate, like so the people who pay for sessions like that I don't know personally, it is very much so that we don't
sense.
talk. You don't get to ask me about my kid, bitch, on your knees,
Right?
Yeah.
and assume the proper position. And if it ain't proper,
Yeah.
oh, it's going down.
Yeah.
Because get it the fuck together.
Right.
You're paying to perform for a goddess. Like,
Yeah.
act accordingly.
Act
you
right.
know, versus other, exactly, though.
Okay.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Trampling or ball busting. Some men just really love to get kicked in their dick. And I'll never understand it.
Yeah,
But
I did
it is
that.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
Get a little boot.
Get a little
Give him a little boot.
I had I had a little guy. I had one guy because I was big into kink when I was younger, and I'm getting back into it now. But I had one
I love
guy.
that for you.
I had one guy who liked to buy me Manolo Blahniks. He didn't buy me, but he would buy them in my size, and all he wanted me to do was just step on his scrotum.
Yes.
That's it.
Listen, these big ass feet.
That's it.
I
The
would
bigger
love
the
to.
better.
Yeah,
I would love
100%.
to.
And the honestly, like it helped me grow confident in so many ways, like stepping into this fetish because first of all, because I am so personal about my feet, the bottoms of my feet are super personal. Like I feel like I'm exposing nudity to you. So for years I didn't post the soles, and like people would be like, "Goddess, why don't you post the bottom of your feet? Why don't you post the soles?" And I'm like cringing at them even asking. And then like I did a shoot one day and I asked him questions and I was able to understand the science.
Yeah.
So now I can manipulate this in the way that I feel comfortable, and I
Right.
start, you know what I'm saying, dropping a little soles on
Yeah.
them. And that bag got a little bigger. I was like, oh, okay. This is what they like because, yeah, my feet are super pretty and some men like that, but it's so much bigger than that even.
Yeah.
And I just had to learn.
Yeah.
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 It sounds like such a cool process to go through.
It is if you're present through it. Like some girls, and then it don't last long. And honestly, if you actually are present in the art of it, you gonna make money abundantly because there's so much grace in actually knowing what this is that they want from you in the first place.
Yeah.
Versus trying to get in their pockets, because that be seeming a little robby, girls.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you should never be that broke in the first place when you're hustling, because you get into this greed and this different energy that's unlike you for real. So,
No, that's 100%. That's
don't
real.
be struggling when you trying to make money overnight. It never happened like that.
Right.
And spirit ain't even gonna give it to you because your hand out and your mind is not open.
Yeah.
You know, your eyes are closed.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, please. Get it together.
Facts.
Nothing's free.
Facts.
No, that's true.
This has been really good.
This has been really
This
good.
has been really good.
Do the people that you're with typically understand like the work that you do, or have you had any issues with that?
That just made
The
me
deep
want to
eye
take
roll,
that just made me want to take a nap.
Oh no.
I'm so over it because honestly, I'm not over it. Let me stop lying. So
She's like, let me gather my thoughts.
understanding like the path and what it took for me to get where I am now, like a lot of things make more sense for when it comes to their perspective. My ex-partners, like I understand because I honestly think my baby daddy is struggling right now with his masculinity because of my substantial alpha.
Yeah.
I just love how you talk about yourself.
I do too.
I love
And
it
I
so
used
much.
to couldn't do this though. So this is part of where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like, and because of them and their lack thereof, and I'm just such a natural woman that I cater to what's mine.
Yeah.
My women and my men. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about callous off the feet for the bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In real life.
Yeah.
Like I'll do anything for you. Until I realize this is not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
And I downplayed myself for so many years to try to fit in this little ass box that they were in. And I'm just like, I just don't belong here anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I prayed for it to end, and it did. And I was sad, and I didn't know why for years, but I was used to being with this person since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? But I've outgrown him 10 times.
Yeah.
So we have to choose, you know. And then I had this discussion with my cousin that actually changed my life. And he was like, I'm not responsible for your happiness. You supposed to teach yourself how to be happy. And I was like, holy shit.
That's real.
That's real.
This is coming from the person who I've been following like a fucking puppy dog since 13.
Yeah.
Though, you know, all I knew is to make you happy, and that made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he told me that, it was like, ding, a reality check.
Yeah.
It took a while, though.
Yeah.
I can say it probably took me even over a year, if I want to be real. It didn't make so much sense to me until I've been on my own for real. Like, I had to, when he left, I had to get me and my daughter a place living off that wage.
Yeah.
And that was hard.
Yeah.
But I did it. And then, you know, not even 2 years after I did that and got my license, because I was just that spoiled. My dad paid for me to go to driving school, but this nigga drove everywhere. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had 27, just getting my license, just getting my first place on my own.
Yeah.
With my daughter. Spoiled. The girl think I'm a millionaire. We have everything and some. Like, I did not lose.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank you for telling me that. Because if I would have waited forever, I would be just like you, still fucking miserable. Every day you wake up
Yeah.
with a frown on. Your
Yeah.
daughter can't even stand to be in your presence.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like vibrant as fuck because I am responsible for my own happiness, and I'll never settle for anything less than what makes me happy. Like,
Absolutely. 100%.
not happening ever again.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think it's so that you exude that, because I feel like I've slowly started to kind of come into that post divorce.
Yes,
And it's like,
absolutely. That's what I see and I feel.
Yeah.
So I feel everything, and I can like feel everybody and everything. And I've been looking at you. This is crazy though, because I've been looking at you, girl, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna say anything yet. It took me a while because it wasn't time yet.
Yeah.
You was fucking woo. I watched you, like, probably I was present in maybe a spiritual plane that you was like going through a whirlwind of things, and it was like hit after hit, and you was just like, let me put this fucking eyeliner on.
yeah.
And I was like, ugh, this is hot. Like, I'm watching it happen, and I had said no words to you in years.
Yeah.
And then I was like, when it was done, this is how, like, present I am, and spirit working through me. I don't know how weird that sounds to everybody, but
Hey.
I pay attention, and I'm just chilling. I'm just the shell. You feel me? And I was like, she was done baking. I can talk now.
She ready.
That motherfucker was like, no. I was like, should I say something? I said, Shelby?
I'm fucking weak.
With question marks, like, bitch, is you still in there? Like, I swear to God, I was like, for a second, it was a rebirth. Like, what's your new name?
Facts.
And nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was powerful to see. So I wanted you to say that I love you that much, that I paid that
baby,
much
thank
attention. Yeah, and I was out the way for a second because I could be a distraction too. And I know that. Like, it's bright, where I go, and I want to, you're capable of all good things and great things. So I just wanted to watch it, see what it turned out to. And I'm honestly like so glad that you got divorced.
Me too.
And I don't care. I don't even care what he did, but what he did do was put you in a position to be aligned with your higher self.
100%.
Absolutely.
That is one thing I am grateful
where
for.
Where you were going was not your path. And I felt that hanging out with you. Like, me and you, the same person.
Yeah.
But for him, you were being something that you were not.
Yeah, 100%.
No, that's facts. We were just talking about that. We were just talking about that.
So I love you 100%. For, like,
I love you too, bitch. I was thinking
It's
about
so the truth. Like, yeah.
Well, I was thinking about like when you and I met too, and just kind of your energy then, and then your energy now is like a totally different bitch.
Yeah.
Totally different bitch. Just like went from like, you know, you were just kind of starting out, and I could see it. I could see it
as
in
a
you.
person,
as a person, I could see it in you kind of start to flourish and get bigger. And now here you are, and you got this
so
aura and energy, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I love seeing my girls grow. You know, I just love seeing my bitches grow.
It is beautiful.
I love it.
That's why it meant a lot to be here.
We're really,
And
really
y'all
glad.
We are happy.
established me because like this is a product of who you guys are now.
Yeah.
And that's what I represent too.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you
like
again.
it.
Like,
You're
for sure.
welcome.
'Cause, yeah.
You
Yes.
feel me, Grier?
I know.
Yeah.
I can see Deidre over there. She and her energy too.
I'm just happy. Like, this
I
is
love
really,
it.
it just yes,
And
this was
it
nice.
feels good.
Yeah, it does. It feels really good.
It does.
It feels really good.
It does. So, I know you had mentioned your relationship and all of that with you know, same homegirl, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you want to elaborate more on kind of like what happened with that? Like, I know you were talking about there was a little bit more violence with it. And
So, like, we were in total love and bliss. Like, you could only imagine being my partner's lit.
yeah.
Like, you didn't even leave town before me, and like, I moved you all the way to Florida. Like, the motherfucking paradise state. Like, come on, you know. Of course, where I am now in my life, nobody's paying my bills.
Right.
I got a whole nother crib in Atlanta, subfunded. I don't pay those. That's where I retreat to.
Okay.
But my home, I'm going to stand 10 toes on that, because when all fails, I got to have me, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not asking her to pay no bills, do anything. Like, you know, just be an asset to my life, because I don't need shit.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between wanting a partner and needing a partner. I don't need
100%.
anybody or
100%.
anything. I am so good. So, like, I need to want you.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And it was beautiful. I have known her for like 13 years. She crushed on me for like 10 of it. Started fucking about 3 years,
Yeah.
you know, following. So whenever I pop in town, I see her. It's a little sneaky link.
I know.
That's how I should have left her. But, you know, for what it was worth, it was a beautiful experience, even with the bad. So after you get comfortable and the mask fall off, though, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like to be comfortable too, which is why, like, I honestly don't see myself ever coexisting with anybody in my home anymore. I want you to pull up to see me.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up to you 7 days in a row with a bonnet on. Bitch, I want to look good for you. You know, and too much shared space had people too comfortable.
Yep. I know that's right.
How dare you, first of all, be too comfortable in my home?
Yeah.
That's, first of all, disrespect, but ultimately my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I let you believe that this is yours just as much as it is mine, instead of you being able to call my home home. You know? Mm-hmm. So I learned a lot of the, you know, the don'ts. But she informed me following already showcasing mental illness that she was bipolar, which was very painful to discuss, and I can understand why.
Yeah,
right.
But don't cause harm to the people you love and then decide to tell me something that I've already kind of put together in my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I could have better propositioned myself to take care of you.
Right. Yeah.
Like the smart girl that I am. You know what I'm saying? So it was all caught off guard, like with this switch up and like all of a sudden being able to say such nasty things to me and then want to cuddle later tonight like nothing happened. And this shit is kind of fucking with my mind now.
As it would be.
And my nervous system, because she would get so upset that we gotta leave the house or something to prevent my daughter from hearing this, because she's never been through anything like this.
Yeah.
So not only am I going through this experience, but my daughter is too.
Yeah, that can't happen.
It did. So what do I do? Because I'm a mom, fucking mom. I gotta make sure that she learns ultimately everything that I could potentially teach her following seeing somebody who we love, because my daughter even love her. They're so close.
Yeah.
And she's medicine to my girlfriend. Like, she was medicine to her. Like, a blessing. Naya is a gift. Like, my kid read tarot because it was blessed to her. Yeah. Like, I don't even touch tarot cards. That's not my thing. I do something totally different. Yeah. You know, like, she got her own blessing to people that I don't. And she tried to take advantage of that, using it as a, what do you tell her? Don't tell her. You know, basically, don't tell her things that would change how she perceive her. Yeah. I'm never a liar, and especially not to my kid. If you create an unsafe environment, my baby gonna stand on it too. Yeah. So she's gonna hold you accountable. And then it just got too far where now you're talking and saying things in front of her and expecting her to not see it for what it is. Yeah. You know? And then, of course, my daughter was away, and, like, she was like, give me your phone and check my Snapchat. But these dates are before her time. Yeah. And, like, whack, like, took her hand back and slapped the shit out of me. And I was like, oh my God. Fuck? Like, I had a concussion for a while. I mean, it was way worse than that. Like, I couldn't hear, which this hearing is still kind of, like, not 100%. Like, my ears still be popping and shit.
With your hands.
I have a ton of cuts on my arm, scars, like one right here that was so deep. My arm still hurts all the time. Wow. Like, I do have my own masseuse. I got a traveling masseuse. And then I just hired a new guy because since that fight with her, I don't even sleep easy sometimes. Like, my shoulders and stuff get really uncomfortable. Can't put pressure on my elbow. Like, a whole bunch of things that cause continuous pain and suffering. Like, and what was that for? Like, because now you're begging for everything that you lost. And you're like, I know what I did wrong. Well, you know.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That is really, really
because what am I supposed to do with that? Like, bitch, you're mentally unwell. You've proven to me that you don't mean these things, but you also, like, the craziest part of that fight was I was literally bleeding because it was so deep. It's blood dripping. It's everywhere. And I'm like having an asthma attack. And she was like, baby, oh my God, are you okay? Where your asthma pump? She go find the asthma pump, and I take a couple pumps, and then she turned right back into Satan. Like, and started to physically fight me again.
Oh, that's my wild. God.
That's like wild. Whiplash, like mental
that's
whiplash.
That's like demonic possession.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it was so many moments of that I was just like, this is not for me. Yeah. Like, I love you so much, but babe, this is some other shit. Like, even I don't mind a good choking because I laughed at it. Okay. Yeah. But who would have known, because she has a past history of abuse. Yeah. We in the shower being sexy and shit, and she like choked me, and I giggled, and a fucking trigger switched in her, and I felt it, and she like started to really like choke me.
Wow.
And like I had to like bring her back. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Wild. You know, so this was something that really taught me some powerful lessons, because this is bigger than her. You know? It was scary because like it could have easily led to the death of me. You know, if I wasn't so present like I was, and while not being in control completely, I was still very much so in control. Yeah. And the things that I let her get away with, I had to, because it would get worse than this. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do to get where I am now. Yeah. Basically. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And she can hate it or she can love it. I talked this truth out loud to her. I said, I texted her because she wants to be a problem the other day. Like, I'm gonna talk out loud and proud about everything that you fucking put me through, because I do love you to death. Yeah. But that shit changed my life. Like, I see you totally different. I don't even like you anymore. I love you. Right. But I don't like you as a person. Yeah. And that's what that showed me too. Like, do you really know these people?
100%. You don't really know somebody until They really show their ass.
So they showing up and showing their ass. Yes, absolutely.
That is exactly.
And
what
then
it's
when you
like.
can actually see them for like who they are, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it was too late.
Literally just went through that shit. So yes, I understand.
Yeah, it's a scary thing, but thank God for the mask that falls off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's like a really, it's like when that moment happens, you're like, oh shit. It's like the rose-colored glasses come off and the reality hits, and you're like, I bet this is now. It's now or never. I'm either gonna
And then to also stand and be present in all of the women's shoes that's like stuck for real,
Right?
For real,
because she used to like run across the bed to lock me in a room, and I'm just like, so this is how bitches be stuck in a room.
Yeah.
You know, I've never been in this position, so I would not know.
Yeah.
My dude before her 400 pounds, and I was wishing a good would.
Right.
Yeah. Never.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I'm like, wow, everything makes sense now.
Right.
Now I see that some girls really don't know the way out. And
yes, they really
that
don't.
love could
It's
be
sad.
so deep.
Yeah.
That you don't even realize
It's really sad.
this is not okay.
Yeah.
Because for a while I let some shit slide. Even that I would never with anybody else. And I'm like, damn, if I would have put my foot down then, we wouldn't even be here now.
Yeah.
But I respected you and I trusted you with my life.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was my mistake, you know.
Hey, listen, we all
You're
do
better
it.
for it, girl. Like you got through it, you got past it,
I made me
you grew from
stronger.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I'm Nicole Wood. I'm ready to fight now.
Right. That's wild. That is
I've been
really
ready to fight
wild.
all day, girl. I
Listen,
understand.
I've been ready to fight myself because
I have been fist fighting myself
Some
mentally all
days.
day. All day. But yeah, no, that's wild that you went through that one. I'm
That
glad
is.
you got out. I'm glad you know you
Absolutely.
survived it. And not just that, but that you learned something from it, because so many women, I see so many women go through situations like this and then they repeat the pattern.
And the even more, and so, which could be contradicting how I said I'm in contact with her, but every chance that I get, I remind her what you did will never be forgiven. So there is never any backtracking.
Yeah.
Right. I could communicate with you because I'm whole enough to do that.
Yeah.
Without saying, "Babe, but I want to be together with you."
Right.
Because you're not the partner for me.
Right.
Even bigger than that was my daughter watching, and she just gonna be a fucking powerhouse because I literally, like, there was a book on this shit, walked her through anything that baffled her mind about how a person could even do this.
Yeah.
Because now you're invested in the actual reality of bipolar and narcissism and what it actually is and how it displays in the people we love.
Yeah.
Because she's a fucking prisoner to her mind, for real.
She really is.
Hates it. And it saddens me, but I can't be a part of that with you.
Yeah.
You know, so to teach my daughter that people are broken and we can't fix them, but we could do our part by them is the most powerful point of it all. Because
absolutely.
she won't be a victim of domestic violence, but she'll be able to put herself in a position to help women who were. Just like I almost but was.
Yeah.
You know? So. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because I know situations like that can be extremely difficult to talk about.
And it's not for me, but it could have been.
Yeah.
I did let it ruffle up some feathers, got a little heart pumping, you know what I'm saying, like nerves or whatever, but ultimately I was able to put all of those emotions and feelings in position and understand why, and you know, and it helps, like, because of course it was sickening to want somebody who hurt you. That was a mental fight in its own, and I cried for so many days. And like, even still, like, I could think about how good something felt and I just want to like cry. because I know I'll never experience that with anybody else.
I don't know. You don't understand what you're talking. Like you don't. I mean, you know what you're talking about right now, but you don't understand what you're talking about with this one right now because we had just had this conversation.
We literally just had this.
So the fact that you brought that up, that emotion up specifically,
is
wild.
Is wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
She really plugged in up there.
All is.
Because we were literally talking about
my
this.
hair standing up actually.
Yeah, and you literally plugged in, girl.
Yeah. So thank you, Most High. All praises due.
Yes.
Because I only come with that, with the knowledge that I'm given, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we don't know nothing.
We really don't.
You know, but, you know, everything is a lesson. So
yeah. Exactly.
There's so much beauty in the pain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did watch, like, the spiritual instructor on Instagram was talking about, okay, let me see, how can I make this short? He asked somebody in the crowd, what is the situation that you went through that make you feel basically like you can't push forward? Okay, let's say if I broke my leg right now and I'm a runner, I can no longer run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you do with that? Do you sit and be stagnant and mad and miserable and sad every day because you got one leg now? Or do you get the fuck up and learn how to hop on one leg?
Yeah.
And so you can still run a race of your own. It's other people out there with one leg who's thinking just like you.
Yeah.
Like, go get it.
Facts.
Get to it.
Facts.
Fuck up. I just called my cousin who he a quadriplegic, and we got into a huge fight when we was kids, and I was like, I don't care if you can't walk. That don't mean you can't, you know. He was sassy as hell, and he was like, oh my God, cousin, I don't even know what we was fighting about, and I don't either. But you are no different from me, bro. I don't care about them wheels. You want me to run me over? And then we get the fuck over it, and we go outside and hang out, and we love to have him out of his wheelchair.
Yeah.
Me and all our cousins rolling down the block in his fucking wheelchair. Like, we out here.
I love that shit.
Like, everybody is equivalent to one another. Like, you work with what you got.
You do.
Yeah,
and
you do.
That was where my confidence, too, came in. Like, I always been a chunky monkey, but I'm cute as a bitch.
I know that's right.
Something that helps, like, my aesthetic, because this is what I got. This is what I got to work with.
Yeah.
And when I realized, like, I don't have to be sad about this because this is how the kids in school made me feel.
Yeah.
These niggas love it.
I know that's right.
And else do too.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Thank you. That. You're so beautiful.
Thank you, girl. So I know you mentioned that you're gonna try to work on like content creation and more things to come. What's up next for Nina?
Yes.
What's up next for Nina? What's the big thing?
Give us the low.
If you can talk about it.
I can. So
it's like it's my fucking business.
Right. We being nosy.
That's right. Because I work for myself.
Right.
But so content creating is definitely the big thing, and I know like y'all already do that. But in my community, I am very much so respected and well known, and they just are fucking waiting at the door like, can we create? I would love to work with you. I'm talking about dominatrixes from all over the world, from United States to, honestly, I got a fan base in Africa, Australia. It's huge. Yeah. Like the options and opportunities are endless. It's just really up to me to go get it.
Yeah.
Investing in some property. I need to set something up for my kids. She about to be 18.
Yeah.
Like, it's time. So since this year started, I haven't been in the sky as much because right now I'm trying to build a grounded foundation that's going to be set and secure for longevity. So I'm working on that. And then the content, like I said, is definitely one of those things because these videos going to sell for years and years and years and years.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
And they're going to sell. And they're going to sell.
100%.
And they're going to sell.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because for sale. But yeah, so that's the benefit of that. So and it's going to sell more than once to multiple people.
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know, so the more work that I do and put up, the less work that I actually have to physically get up and go do.
Yes.
Yeah, make it a little easier for me.
Oh, for sure.
Traveling and shit is not easy.
No,
you know, it looks fun, and but it is exhausting, and I'm gone 3 to 4 days a week sometimes. Like, I want to chill.
Yeah,
you know,
just relax a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
this has been a very dope interview. I don't want to say interview, but just a conversation.
Yes.
It's been
amazing. I love this. This was such a good time.
This was great. Definitely appreciate you coming through and
taking
just
the time, especially after like going through what you went through last week and stuff like that, and still making the time to come out. Like
we appreciate that, girl. For real.
I appreciate y'all too. Yeah, and I'm sure I needed this. Too, you know,
get a little vulnerable, get a little out.
Anyways, you needed a message, and you needed a message.
And
the girls needed a message.
Yes, absolutely.
I ain't gonna stay in there now. I got a job to do.
Yes, that's fact though.
But don't forget to rest, girl.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take a nap, sis.
Please take a couple.
Go take a couple days.
Take a couple days.
Take a snooze.
I'm gonna take a load off. I have been. The other day, me and Naya sat in the bed and like colored. I love coloring, but honey, listen, every pencil got to be super sharp, like dominant about everything that I do. But we got tons of like adult coloring books, and we just like snacked out and watched movies.
Nice.
And,
yes,
you know, I'm raising a little 4-year-old. Like I had her since she was like 5 days old.
Yeah,
my little baby, she was kicking it. Like it was a good time.
I love that.
So, and taking the load off.
Yes,
that is good.
Yes, as you should. As you should, honestly, because you work a lot,
hard.
girl.
Yeah, I did. The last couple of years, actually, and I was on my way to Jacksonville the other day because, also, it's called Ladies in Full Effect. I'm a part of a biker gang.
Okay.
That I would love to also discuss on a future note with you guys more.
Hell yeah.
It's Ladies in Full Effect, and we do a whole lot of community service. We support the community. A whole bunch of women who are radiating and powering energy, and like we want to just get out there and see what the community needs from us and what we could do, you know. So on the 18th, I don't know if y'all are free, but I'm gonna do a brunch.
Of February?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be free. I'm
doing a brunch after a community service. Excuse me. We're gonna clean up the community a little bit, and then we're gonna just do like a brunch at the Italian spot in Sanford.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, like, and then that's the day before my birthday. So, you know, like, that's the vibe I'm on right now.
Yeah.
So I'll be with my cousin. Her birthday is on the 18th.
So do they have like social media and stuff
we
like
do.
that?
It's Ladies in Full Effect or Life. Of Tampa. So it originated in Tampa many years ago, and the ladies are now expanding. It's 3 prospects. I'm a prospect. I got my patch. Like I'm part of the gang now.
Okay.
It's super hot. I love it.
Yes.
And my name is Trouble, by the way.
That fits.
Don't it? That fits. It's so perfect.
I like that. Really fits for you.
Every time, so we're associated with all of the biker gangs all over Florida.
Yeah,
Central Florida. We just did Tampa, Jacksonville event, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Trouble," and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's right.
Trouble.
That's me. Here comes Trouble.
In this bitch.
I love that.
We'll
share. We can put on the video and stuff. We'll put
Absolutely.
their social media and
stuff.
That'd
be
share
cool.
That,
because we're definitely looking and reaching out for more ladies who need sisterhood or and even if you just want to get out there and get your hands dirty and help the community, like we're looking for a place if in Sanford anybody, it's called Paint Your Heart Out. For somebody less fortunate that owns a home and they need some work done around the house, like as far as the painting or like the yard picked up or something like that. So we're looking for somebody to sponsor with that now. And then I'll be hosting 2 fundraisers and 2 community service events that I can also keep y'all in the loop on.
Yes,
for sure.
Let us know because we definitely want to be more.
Yeah, you can email it or just text her.
Yeah,
that
whatever works. Ladies in Full Effect, Central Florida.
I love that. I want to be a part of Female Biker Gang.
Right?
And we be all black, and I'll just be like,
I love you all black.
Same, bitch. Same.
I love you all black.
All the girls look so good. Yes, I love it.
Before we get out of here, though, leave your give us your social media. Like, just let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me active on Instagram at La Niña Reina, LA_NINA_REINA. Or Twitter. Proceed with caution. Goddess_Nina Dom. Goddess_NINADOM. Get locked in.
Yes.
It's a wave.
Yes. I'm excited about that.
I know. This is so cool.
New ladies looking to learn anything about the field, any type of mentorship, you can also DM me. Let me know where you see me at. Shout the girls out so I can also make sure that I send that love right back.
Yes,
for sure,
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, girl. We really appreciate this.
Yes, and hopefully everybody else has had a really good experience. Hopefully somebody's gotten some sort of message that they needed to, because clearly bitches plugged in.
Yes.
So hopefully somebody else got some messages.
Girl, me both.
Bitch after this.
Listen.
Out here.
Yes. As you should.
Yes.
But yeah, so follow us on Instagram, guys. You can follow us on YouTube as well. Please subscribe, share, all that good shit.
TikTok-y.
TikTok for sure. You can also leave a voice note, or is it voice notes?
Yeah, it is voice note
on Spotify as well.
On Spotify, yep. There's a little link.
Yeah, so we appreciate y'all for subscribing and listening
and
being a part of this whole journey. Episode 10 is now on lock. Yes.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
See you next time. Bye.